people. Today is Thursday, the 15th of October, man. Hard to believe, already halfway through October, but this month just speeds by, man. We've got a wine tasting, seems like every other day. Next week, we've got 4 in a row. This week, we had 4 events in a row. We've got our big vintage Barolo Barbaresco tasting tomorrow night. Sold out. I mean, our Symphony of the Americas event, a week from Friday, I don't want to say sold out, but it always sells out. There may be tickets left. You can go on our website. There's a little button there that you can click to go buy tickets. And then this event, Drappier Champagne, we just added to the calendar. We visited Drappier, one of my favorite champagne houses, on our recent visit to Champagne. And I know it's a little early for champagne. Well, never too early for champagne. Champagne is the one beverage that's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And, you know, we have our big champagne tasting we always do the weekend before Thanksgiving. This is a little pre-party, getting ready for the champagne holiday season. Well, we drink champagne year-round here. Like I said, man, any day above ground is a reason to celebrate. People do not drink enough champagne, and we don't do enough champagne tastings. So, when my friend Emilio asked me if we wanted to do this, I said, man, sure. We had a great visit. Michel Drappier's father actually hosted us there. He couldn't be there. He had a problem with his back. And these guys make incredible wines. And this big bottle behind me, this is what they're famous for, large formats. And, you know, the unique thing about Drappier is they ferment them in that bottle. That's the secret to how they make great champagnes, great sparkling wines, the method champenoise. It undergoes the secondary fermentation where it gets those bubbles in the bottle that they serve it out of. Well, what happens when you get to a bottle over 3 liters in size? Well, about half of them break when they're fermenting. So if you want to make 40 of those, you got to put 80 of them in the cellar. Incredibly expensive prospect. So that's why 99% of the people that make 15-liter bottles like that, a Nebuchadnezzar, ferment them in smaller bottles and then add them to the big bottle, which is just not the same. So these guys, one of the most famous houses in Champagne for their large format, but they also make some great champagnes in regular-sized bottles, which we call magnums. No, just kidding. The 750 format, they've got their Carte d'Or, which is very famous, and it's got that beautiful yellow label on it. And this is their entry-level cuvee at under $50, always outstanding. We're going to serve their rosé, which rosé champagne can be made a couple of ways. One of the ways is they do the Saignée method. They let the juice sit in contact with the skins for a little while, or they blend in red juice, which is the most commonly made that they make rosé champagnes. Blanc de Blanc, of course, 100% Chardonnay, or other white grapes, which they do grow other white grapes in Champagne. A lot of people don't realize there's not just 3 grapes, there's 7, and actually Drappier makes a cuvee with these original grapes, all 7 of them. They don't have here, but we do have their Grand Cendré, which is vintage and tête de cuvée, meaning aged for 5 to 7 years on the lees. And same categories you put Cristal, Dom Perignon, some of the world's greatest Taittinger Comte de Champagne, but this wine of much better value. Hey, you got 3 main cities in Champagne. Reims, how they would say it, is the biggest and most popular. Epernay would be a close second, and then you have Troyes, which looks like Troyes, which is further south, and it's the only area in Champagne which did not get blown apart by the Germans. They had enough to drink, I guess, in Reims and Epernay, and by the time they got to Troyes, they weren't thirsty anymore. So you still see the old wooden framed buildings that they used to have in Champagne before the Germans blew them to bits, and it's a really cool part of Champagne to go visit if you're going to Champagne. And if you're going there, you have to go to Drappier. This was once a Cistercian monk abbey, and it is one of the coolest wineries I have ever been to. And the hospitality from the Drappier family, second to none. And that is another thing that Champagne is known for, their hospitality. And hey, I figured, what the hell, man, we're getting the party started early. I'm going to list all the champagnes we currently have in the store with our Drappier offering, so check it out. Our Drappier tasting coming up a week from tonight on the 22nd of October. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.